Welcome back to Cosmopolitan Anonymous. I am your favorite baby mama bougie vintage, and today's video is another Botox. Botox keep me occupied. I'm probably gonna go into labor tomorrow. I freaking hope. Botox keep me occupied. The last one was really sad, and so yeah, I just want to be able to edit while I'm, away. So that's why we are doing Botox, because it's very easy. This first one, I'm not even going to acknowledge it because, like, no sis, you're begging, goodbye, you're reaching. I don't have time. Hey Bo, I love you and your channel. I can't wait to see the gorgeous one when she's here. But I would like to stay anonymous. Okay, so I'm in my second year of secondary school and I really love it there. Like, I really love it there. I met some of my best friends there and I'm really attached to them. I have moved homes twice since my primary school, elementary, and if I had permanently stayed in one of those homes, I would have gotten to school no problem. I have recently moved again since those homes, and school is further away. I can get there, but it's a long bus drive and a lot of coins. My mom is not happy with this and wants me to move to a school that is closer, but I really don't like it because I had beef with a girl that goes there, but we've squashed it, and I don't want to go there and for it to come back again. The question I'm asking is, how do I persuade my mom to let me stay in the school I like? I haven't told anyone yet. I wanted to ask you before I did, so thank you a lot, love you. There's no real way to persuade your mom, I don't think. I think the only thing you can do is tell your mom that you've already moved twice, you're already comfortable with your situation, and you don't think it's fair that you have to switch schools again, even if it is far. You can still get there. It might cost a little more, but at least you're not constantly switching schools and having to start over. Parents don't really think about that stuff when they're moving their kid from here to there. Like, I feel so bad for some military kids because I'm just like, you always up in here and everywhere, and it's really not fair. I would never want to do that to my kids. Kids need stability, because if you don't have stability now, when you're older, you're still not going to have stability, or you're going to have a fear of not being stable. I know shooters like that because he grew up in group homes. He hates moving, and I hate moving too, but you end up lacking a sense of stability if you're constantly having to move, and it's very depressing to have to start over places. So just tell your mom that you don't want to start over because it's very depressing and you don't think it's fair that every time they decide that they want to move, or your mom decides she wants to move, you have to switch schools, make new friends, do it all over again. Yes, you're young, but that doesn't matter. Like, I hate when parents say you can make new friends at your new school. Like, no. If you have, like, trouble making new friends, you don't want to do that, and you don't want to do this to your kid either. So just try to tell her that. Hi Bo, you can call me Nia. So I need advice on family issues. So my mom is always having fights with her boyfriend because he cheats, etc. I hate him, but she continues to stay with him, and she always says she's gonna leave him, and me and my sister tell her we never liked him anyways. Or, we know you're not gonna leave him. You say this all the time. And he also has hit her before, but like, she doesn't get it that she really needs to leave him. I feel like my mom shouldn't be with him. He's whack and annoying, and they've been together for 4 years. Anyways, they fight like every month or so, and I get so tired of it. And recently my mom had another fight with him, and it was the day before Christmas, and she said things about how she didn't want us anymore and how he couldn't be loyal, or she didn't care about us leaving the house right now. And I'm like, all of this bullshit you take off on us because of a man. Also, I've had problems at school with bullies due to me not being friends with certain people anymore. But anyways, I get bullied. I have to deal with my mom and her boyfriend. I lost my best friend. Some of my grades are going downhill, and I'm worried about STAR tests at the end of the year for me. I don't know what that is. So I find myself being sad because the people I used to hang out with talk about me, etc. And the people I hang with now are lame. How you gonna say that about the people you hang out with? See, that's why he ass ain't got no friends, because you can't be calling the people you hang out with now lame. Like, at least they're hanging out with you. You never know what you have until it's gone, okay? I also forgot to tell you, our mom doesn't treat us the way she used to, and she doesn't really tell us she loves us anymore. She always goes to dinner, etc. Girl, you love using etc. with him, and she leaves happy but comes back home angry. So I told my mom recently I wanted to go to therapy because I can't deal with all the stuff going on right now. And I find myself being stressed a lot lately, and this isn't a good start to my 2018 with my 2017 problems. My mom said that she would set up an appointment, but I could tell that she wasn't taking me serious. I knew she wasn't going to set up an appointment, and she always promises things, but she doesn't do what she promises. By the way, my mom is bipolar, but not in a really bad way. She doesn't really take us serious when we tell her things. And I couldn't live with my dad because he's almost a deadbeat. So I don't know how to tell my mom that I don't want this crap to continue, and I really feel like I need therapy. So how do I tell her I'm really serious? By the way, please continue Botox. You are so funny and you always cheer me up. Honey, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you rambled here a little bit. So I definitely agree that you need therapy because I can tell that you're just trying to vent to me. I feel like you're just trying to like tell me everything and like like it's like overwhelming. So first things first, let's start with your mom. I hate this so much when mothers enter into toxic relationships and they end up putting the man before their children. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It's not okay. In a situation like that, sometimes the women are just stigmatized. I don't know, maybe he packing, maybe he hanging. I don't know what it is, why your mom's choosing not to leave this person when this person is clearly no good for her. You said that she's bipolar. I don't know if you mean that she's mood swingy or if she's actually diagnosed and needs to take her meds. That can be really difficult to deal with. I've never had to deal with anybody that is suffering with that, so I can't give you advice based on like my past. If that is the case, if she is actually diagnosed, then she would have a doctor, a therapist, or somebody that you could probably talk to about upping her meds. I don't know what to tell you about your mom other than the fact that it's going to take a lot to get your point across to her if she is stuck in her ways and she is stuck by this person and she keeps saying she's going to leave him, but then she decides she's not going to leave him. People are all talk. At the end of the day, you have to know when somebody is actually about that life and when they're not about that life, and your mom is clearly not about that life if she keeps saying she's going to do something and then she doesn't. Because a lot of the times with women or people in relationships in general, they're scared to start over. And after 4 years of being with somebody, you're comfortable. And you might look at your relationship and think that when we argue about this or when we argue about that, that's just us. That's just our relationship. But it's not healthy, and they actually need counseling if they're not going to end the relationship. But I can imagine your mom being with the guy for 4 years. I can imagine why she would be scared to maybe date again, especially if her last relationship didn't work out for whatever reason. No matter what it is, she's probably just scared to leave him because she's fearing being alone. But at the end of the day, she's not going to be alone because she has her kids. So maybe you should try to tell her that. You guys can try to encourage her as much, or you guys can just set up booby traps and get this nigga out your house. I don't know what to tell you to do about that situation in particular, but when it comes to school or your friends and failing out of your classes, one, you need to shift your focus completely. Right now, what you need to worry about is your grades and your homework and whatever that stuff is. You don't need to be worrying about your friends right now. You don't need to be worrying about drama in the school. You need to worry about yourself and bettering yourself for your future. You don't need to worry about anything else. Anything else is for the birds. Are you a bird? Chirp chirp? Like, no. So you need to worry about that other stuff. Not. So I sound like Yoda just now, child. You need to not worry about that other stuff. You need to focus on you and yourself. And if you need to take a pause and a break and not talk to anybody, then do that. You don't have to have friends. You don't have to constantly be social. I learned that very early in high school, and Like, I always tell you guys, beginning of high school, I went in with one girl. In the middle of high school, I had a lot of friends. By the end of high school, I was solo, dolo, okay? And I had no problem with that at all. You need to get your life. And when it comes to the bullying thing, I think being bullied, I think the term gets tossed out too easily. You didn't give me specifics. I don't know if people are like spitting in your soda. Like, I don't know what the specifics are with that situation, but take it with a grain of salt. And you can only be bullied for as long as you allow it to happen. So if you show the people that are bullying you that you don't give a fuck, or that you show them that it's not affecting you, they'll stop. But if you show them emotion, if you show them that you're bothered by it, then it will not stop. So you have to think about that, and you have to do everything kind of calculated. Say you're walking through the hall and they call to you and they say something rude to you. They say, "Oh, Ariel, your shoes are ugly." Just be like, "Oh, thanks." Just hit them back with some sarcasm, okay? Practice your sarcasm and you'll get far in life, I promise. From what I can tell, you're very young, and I feel like you're taking on way too much. You need to like let it go a little bit. You're talking about 2018, 2017 problems, child. You don't have, listen, real problems start when you're an adult, okay? Real problems start when you're an adult. All this stuff that you're going through right now, when you look back at it in a couple years, you're gonna be like, really? Like, really? This is what I was worried about? You're gonna be like, that was such a waste of time and such a waste of energy. So I think you just reshift your focus. Try to find something to occupy your time with. Don't worry about your mama and her man. She'll figure it out, hopefully. You and your sisters can try to devise a plan to break your mom and her boyfriend up. But if you don't, then it is what it is. Hi Bo, I'm a 14-year-old boy from the UK. I'm gay. And I recently fell in love with this guy, and he does not love me, but we've had contact, and I feel so stupid because he used me for sex. I get bullied a lot at school, and that has resulted in self-harming. My mother knows about it, and I'm getting help, but she doesn't know about the boy who is 16. I'm so heartbroken, and I don't know what to do because I'm just always so depressed and need help. Thank you. Okay, honey, why is everybody getting bullied? Okay, you know what? Before I even assist this young man here, when you guys tell me that you're getting bullied, can you guys give me specifics? Because I want to know exactly what's happening at school. Like, I want to know what you guys are classifying as bullying and how exactly it's affecting you. But let me get back to this email. When it comes to the whole sexting, child, I done told y'all to keep your virginities. So I'm not helping anybody that went out of their way to go and get porked, okay? Because guess what? I done told you, you're too damn young. 14, like, what are you even thinking? I always encourage you guys to wait it out. But if y'all don't want to listen to me, I can't feel sorry for you, and I can't help you. Maybe you didn't see that video. So if you didn't see that video, but it's not even, like, you must have seen that video because I always talk about this stuff on my channel. And if you watch my losing my virginity story time, you would know. I don't know what to tell you. A lot of the time, if you give your body away to somebody undeserving, you're going to feel used. And just take this as a lesson. Don't take it as you're heartbroken, because guess what? You're gonna find somebody with bigger and better, and you're gonna like it more. So that's far in the future though. This is just something that you can learn from. Take it with a grain of salt and learn from your mistake. You can't go back, and that's the thing about having sex. You can't go back and take it back. Once you do it, you do it, and that's just it. So take it with a grain of salt, and you know, take it on the chin, and you'll be fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. Everybody has somebody that they don't slept with that they wish they didn't sleep with. Trust me, I know. Anyway, when it comes to self-harming, I'm glad that your parent or your mom knows about it, and I'm glad that you're seeking help for it. I would never ever wish that on anybody. I would hope that people that do that go out and get the help that they need. I've never understood that whole thing. Like, I've never understood that. I guess because to me it's not realistic. I hear people say, like, you just rather feel that instead of what you're actually feeling, or rather feel that than feel nothing at all. And to me, it doesn't sound smart. Like, it doesn't sound logical to me. And so no disrespect to people that self-harm, because I know, oh my god, you're self-harm shaming, like, no. I'm being real and I'm telling you guys how I see it, because obviously because I don't do that, so I wouldn't understand fully how those people are feeling. I'm just saying how I see it as a person from the outside looking in. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, if you are doing that, that's something you have to get help with. You can't, I don't know if it's something where you can just stop, because there's people that really get addicted to it, and I've seen people with their arms messed up and permanently scarred from it, and I'm just like, wow, like, what can drive a person to want to do that to themselves? It's definitely something you have to get looked after. But if you're already getting help from somebody like a therapist, if your mom's going out of her way to get you somebody to help you, you don't really need my help, I don't think. I just want you to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it'll improve. Your life will improve. It will get better. It's not the end of the world. As far as the whole boy drama goes, don't even worry about it. Don't sweat it. Move on. He ain't shit. Hey, love you, Shooter, and your channel. So basically, I made a YouTube channel like I've wanted to for such a long time. I made a few videos and put them up on YouTube. Then I posted the link to the videos on my Snapchat and Instagram. Everyone saw it. I have so many friends that I thought would support me, but all they did was laugh at me and say people are going to be bullying me for making a channel. Only one of my friends subscribed. I was so heartbroken. Are these real friends? Let me tell you something. People will not support you until you've already been established. 1. 2, your friends are included in that group of people. Your friends. 3, a lot of the times when people see you doing something, they're mad that they didn't do it first, and they are jealous. It is what it is. And so after a while, they will subscribe, and even if they don't, they're still gonna watch. And you can't make a YouTube channel if you're going to be afraid of people laughing at you, if you're going to be afraid of people bullying you, or, you know, if you're going to feel some type of way about people having opinions about you, because, I mean, then you're not built for this shit. That's just how it is. And so when I made my channel, I didn't go into my channel thinking about who would support me and who wouldn't. I didn't care, because at the end of the day, I wasn't making my channel to please anybody. I wasn't making my channel to impress anybody. And so you have to go into YouTube thinking about yourself and making the videos for yourself. You don't have to care about your audience. You don't have to care about anything outside of yourself when you go into making a YouTube channel, because if you do go in thinking like, I need this amount of subscribers, I need this amount of people supporting me, blah 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 blah, you're never going to hit pinnacles that you want to reach, and you're never going to be satisfied, because you're constantly craving some sort of attention or something from somewhere else or somebody else, or validation from other places. You can't enter something like this like that, because there's a chance, a big chance, that it's not going to work out. When I put my first YouTube video, when I made my very first channel, not this channel, when I made my very first channel, I was never expecting in a million years to end up having almost 300,000 subscribers, like, ever. Like, that was never ever one of my, you know, dreams or goals. I was just a bored bitch. So that's why I started my channel. But don't expect people to support you, and the people that you expect to support you the most are going to be the ones that support you the least, at least at the very beginning. And I can relate that to my pregnancy, because the people that you really expect to like be there for you and like be around for that are going to be the first ones to disappear. So don't take it to heart. People want what you have, and when they can't have it, they mad. So it is what it is. Are they real friends? That's not for me to decide. But I keep my circle real small, like a pinhole small, okay? It is what it is. Yeah, my feet are so fucking swollen, like, it's really bad. Hey, Vo. My name is Lene and I really need some advice. Okay, so here's a little backstory. I've been crushing on this girl since I was a freshman in high school and she was a senior. Now, we're both out of high school and currently dating after me shooting my shot for years. I'm 20 and she's turning 24 next week. We've been dating since August. Child, this was not my plan. Anyway, moving on, my intentions were solely to help this girl know her worth and help her get through her past breakup, and now she's in love with me. What? I know she's a good catch. She's so sweet, caring, religious, and has a good head on her shoulders. I just can't take the clinginess. I tell her I need space, and she doesn't really give it to me. So I'm kind of forced to be mean to her so she can leave me alone. Actually, that doesn't work. She says things like, at this point, you being mean doesn't faze me anymore because I still like your mean ass. She told me she loved me after a month of dating. She keeps telling me and I just don't know what to do with her, sis. The clinginess is what turns me off the most. But she treats me so good. I've never had anyone treat me as well as she does. How do I get her to give me space? How do I be with someone that wants to be with me 24/7 and talk to me 24/7? I'm just stressed. I never thought she would be this way. She literally loves everything about me. Sometimes I just need my space. I even told the girl I cheated on her, which I did due to her clinginess. She still wants to be with me. I have no idea what to do. Help a sister out. P.S. I love your videos, like all of them. I even watch your live videos on Insta. Hey, live fam. Love you, intruder. Can't wait for baby Salem to get here. Thanks in advance. Hunty, this is when you just gotta ignore bitches' calls, okay? Because I can't do clingy. Nope. Will not do it. Will not have it. Oh my god, you guys, my feet. Like, I'm retaining so much water, it hurts. At this point, you just gotta ignore her calls, ignore her texts, and like go ghost on her. You literally have to go ghost on her, because if you're telling her that you cheated and she still won't leave you alone, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you tell somebody you need space and they're not giving you space, then you have to take the space to yourself. You gotta like pull the rug from underneath her and let her fall on her ass. If you have to ignore, if you have to change your number, if you have to put her on call block her on all your social media and tell her like, look, I told you I needed space, you're not listening, so I'm just gonna block you on everything. Go private so she can't make a fake account to follow you back. And just tell her that she's doing too much. It is what it is. When people are like this, you have to be honest with them, or you have to like go to the extreme and literally put that ass on block, okay? That's the only thing I can tell you to do. I can't really, there's nothing else I can tell you to do though. You have two options. You can either kill her or you can put her on block on everything. And I don't think you want to go to jail for murdering the girl for being clingy. So, I say put her on block. Sorry that this is happening to you. Oh, we got an update here from the last BOETALKSS, the storage unit. Hey, Bo. I'm in genuine shock after seeing that you responded to my email, but I have an update for you. Things are looking up and we finally found a home. So happy. Shortly after sending you my first email, we got in touch with council and they determined that the situation wasn't our fault and they decided to help us. We've been offered an amazing detached 4-bedroom house in one of the nicest and safest boroughs in London, and I can't begin to express how happy I am. Oh my god, this is so good. It looks like creation was on our side for once. I'm just happy that my mom can stop stressing and I can actually put my head down and focus on getting this degree. Thank you for responding. Your advice was much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Ray. Love, love, love. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Nobody deserves to live in a storage unit. I was telling my mom, no, my mom brought it up to me. She's like, I saw your video. And she's like, I can't believe, and I'm like, I know. So I'm actually really happy. She'll be happy to know that you guys found somewhere to live. I'm sorry, this may be long. I've been dealing with this boy for a while. During the summer, everything was peaches and cream, but once we started college, he started acting extremely funny. He began being rude, telling me I deserve better, that he can't be what I want / need right now, that he doesn't want a relationship, etc. One day, I found out he was playing me. Mind you, he always lied to me saying I was the only one. I really do love this boy, and it may sound extremely stupid, but anything he needed or wanted, he got. I helped, did his homework, bought him clothes, etc. when his boy switched up on him, I was there, yet all I got back from him was, "You're too insecure, this, that, and the third." Everyone I know hated him from day one. He projected his insecurities onto me. I was communicating with him, and he saw it as arguing. Most guys do, though. Eventually, I left him and found out that this good friend he had at college, who also has a boyfriend of 4 years, was the girl he was playing me with. It was right under my nose. Ain't it always, though? As the semester of college was ending, so did their relationship. Since she wasn't around, he hit me up on some BS, so I told him, "Don't hit me up anymore." Then he began saying, "No one will ever want you. You're an insecure ass little girl. You loved me, silly girl. I made you feel way important than you were." So I told him, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be arguing with me. Mind you, just days before, he was saying how he's sorry, he wasn't who I wanted him to be, and I deserved better. For a while, I stopped watching his snaps. He was barely posting anyways. The moment I watched one, which was just a picture on the floor, he decided to have a field day. He began posting he wants a girlfriend, etc. Then, when I saw those, he kept it going. I completely stopped watching his snaps, and he stopped posting things like that. I know because my friend has him on Snap. He was just posting regular things. It's super weird because his friends ended up hitting my friends up at first. His friends didn't know they were my friends. His friends stopped hitting them up out of nowhere. Do you think he could have told them? Do you think I should talk to him and work things out on a friendly level, or just leave it alone completely? I honestly do not know what to do. Girl, you know what you need to do. Why is you lying? Why do you guys insist on messing with fuckboys? Why? I don't get it. What are these fuckboys doing for you guys? Like, how are they beneficial to your life? How? I don't get it. Stop. Hi, Bo. I would like to remain anonymous. I just want to start off by saying I love your videos and you remind me of myself in a way. Oh, and also congrats on the baby. Even though she's not born yet, I still thought I'd say congrats because it may be months from until I get a response. LOL. You are so wrong. This was sent on January 4th. To get straight to the point, there's this guy at my job who's been trying to get with me for a little bit now. I promised myself I wouldn't make the same mistake by getting involved with someone at my job because it can get messy real quick. Being that this has happened to me before. So why is you doing it again? People don't learn. I learned my lesson, okay? He's been talking about getting this cookie, but I don't want to give it up, LMFAO, because I noticed that he's flirty with other girls and touches other girls like he does me. You just told me that you learned your lesson. So why, how did you learn your lesson if you are writing into Botox? Please inform a bitch. I confronted him twice about that, but he says I'm the only one he's serious about and wants to do something with. He telling everybody that, okay? Oh my God. Even though I told him that he can be all over other girls, but just don't try to be me because I'm not into hoe ass. Overall, he's a cool guy, and I'm tempted to hang out with him because I'm lonely after cutting off the only friend that I've hung out with like that for the past year. So I'm looking for something to fill that void. Why do you guys look for things to fill voids? That's when you end up in problems. Like, you don't want no smoke, okay? You don't. By the way, it's already been going around that I'm supposedly a hoe at work, but I've never even opened my legs to anyone. Where you work, at a call center, child? So I don't know how that rumor came about or who it came from. Should I just avoid him completely and block his number? Or should I give him a chance by hanging out with him? Oh my God. But I'm thinking, did that rumor come from him? Well, that's exactly where my head was. He's showing everybody your text messages. And clearly, if he's asking for the cookie and you're giggling about it, he thinks he's about to get it. And he's telling everybody at work and you're out here looking mad dumb. Like, I can't even deal. You just told me you learned your lesson. So why are you entertaining this friggin' guy? Why? Have mercy on my soul. He's the only guy I've texted or talked about hanging out with, but I flaked on him like 8 times, LMAO. Well, flake on him again and make it permanent. Goodbye. I don't have time for this foolishness. I love you all, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.